Hi Hank. In your last video, you asked a question about how much money do you actually make from YouTube Red. And you used Games with Hank as kind of a way for us to see your method of thinking as to how to calculate ad CPM and everything. So I have your spreadsheet here, but as you can see, I added these four rows. These four rows were taken from your ad performance screen that you showed in your video, and it has estimated gross revenue, estimated monetized plays, playback based CPM, and impression based CPM. So really, in the video you also asked what these even mean, because they're not a normal way of keeping track of CPM. So I did a little research, and I saw here that playback-based CPM, according to YouTube itself, is the cost per mil, or the estimated average gross revenue per thousand playbacks where one or more ads are shown. Only supports breakdown by geography and date, but we don't really care about that for now. So basically, any time someone clicks play and there was an ad on the page or in the video or before the video. So what we can basically do to get this playback based CPM is just take our estimated gross revenue, and then we are going to divide that by the estimated monetized plays, and obviously put these in parentheses and multiply by 1,000 because it's per mil, and that's how YouTube spits out the $7.60. So that one was kind of easy to figure out and understand, but the next one, the impression-based CPM, gets a little bit hairier. So when we go back to this, an impression, according to YouTube, an impression is logged anytime an ad is displayed to a viewer. There can be one or several ads per playback. So for example, when a video can show one skippable pre-roll ad and one display ad during the same playback, but that's still two impressions. So really what it's showing us is that in these monetized plays, some of them had more than one ad. So in order to figure that out, we are going to see how many ads were viewed. We're going to go ahead and take the gross revenue, and we are going to divide it by the impression-based CPM, and then multiply it by 1,000. And then we can see that there were 18,835-ish ads that were seen in the past 28 days on your channel. So I don't really know what this really means. That's just kind of like a nice number to see and to understand how they come up with impression-based CPM. But what I was kind of curious about is what percentage of views contributed to your gross revenue. Because here it says estimated monetized plays were 14,000, when you can see that your total views, having subtracted red views, is about 76,000. So obviously there's a pretty large gap there. So just going ahead and taking these monetized plays and dividing them by the non-red views, we see that there is quite a discrepancy. So only 18.5% of the plays of your videos contribute to your revenue. Now, if this is right, that means that about 4/5 of your viewing audience on Games with Hank 4/5 of them are using an ad blocker. I think that's a pretty alarming number. I mean, I'm not by any means dissing your viewership, but I would encourage you to go to Hank Games and to the SciShow P episode. I'm not familiar with that episode, but I don't know if it sounds intriguing or appalling. But I would encourage you to go to those other channels just to see if this percentage is similar. Because if it is similar, then you can kind of get a sense for how many of your views are actually contributing to your revenue. If Vlogbrothers has like 90% of its views contributing to your revenue, and SciShow has like 40%, and Hank Games or Games with Hank has 20%, then maybe there isn't really anything in this percentage that I just calculated. But if they're all pretty constant, then you can kind of get a sense for how many views it takes to actually make a certain amount of money. So I hope this helps kind of break it down for you guys, and as they say in my hometown, DFTBA.